Look, my spiritual father, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he said this a long time ago. He was giving a speech to young men, and he said something like, he said, "You do not deserve the pleasures of a woman's breast if you can't take care of her. Who do you think you are?" Right? And I was like, oh shit, he's right. You know what I'm saying? That put me in my place back then to where, look, you're out of my league, man. You're out of my league. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, nobody saw me when I was down on money.
Yeah.
I'm hustling, working, overtime,
Right.
whatever. Civilize the mind, make savage the body. This is the Civil Mind, Savage Body podcast, and I'm your host, Rashid King. We will explore and discuss ways to expand consciousness, increase your health, reverse aging, and refine our lifestyles to live a life in an abundance. Now, we're currently aware of 3 dimensions, but as technology and human intellect advances, consciously tapping into the 4th dimension is inevitable. 3 dimensions of space, 1 dimension of time. That extra dimension is a degree of freedom. However, can we travel back in time? I don't think so. But is that accurate? Or are we looking at this the wrong way? Let's say you wanted to find me, right? You have to know my exact location, and you have to know when I'm there. Is time just a construct, or is it as natural as the air that we breathe? One thing that I'm certain of is I don't know. I don't believe anything. I either know or I don't know. But hopefully together, we'll all find out. Enjoy the show. Today's guest is a treat. It's a good friend of mine named Qimmah Russo. Now, I've known Qimmah for about 10 years now. I've watched her grow from just an IG model into a legitimate brand and a powerhouse. Now, typically, people look at her for beauty and that's it. They get stuck in her looks. But if you peel back the layers, you'll be pleasantly surprised. For starters, Qimmah is a legit athlete. Qimmah played basketball at a very high level. And she didn't just play, she was really good. She breaks ankles. And in the gym, she's a beast. Me and her have gotten down on scores and scores of training videos. She's also a deep thinker and a very kind person. A lot of her strength comes from Ray. That's her fine ass mother. Yo, they literally look like sisters. It's crazy. Anyway, Qimmah has a lot going on. We had a dope conversation and I'm very excited for y'all to check it out. Let's get into it. Qimmah.
Yeah.
So you just achieved another lap around the sun. That's congratulations.
Thank you. Happy birthday to me.
You are more refined. You're another year refined of refinement, right?
Yeah.
You've learned more. You're growing.
Yeah.
In so many ways.
Yeah.
And we hung out the other day, right?
Yeah.
And one thing, like we spend a lot of time together, like professionally, but socially we hung out that one time. And, or two times. But one thing I noticed about you is that you have a lot of depth to you. And it was refreshing, you know what I mean? So let's talk about where you are now in life.
Yeah, wow. Thank you, by the way. That's a really powerful question for me right now. I feel like I've gone through like a spiritual awakening. I just got a relationship that, honestly, I was really nervous that it was gonna break me, because it had been it was 2 years. It wasn't too crazy of a long-term relationship, but just the depth of it and the growth and the experiences I had, I felt really attached to them, so I was worried. But I spoke to my higher self and I was like, please prepare me and make sure I'm prepared when this does end. Because I really did feel it. I knew it was coming.
You knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, and I feel like that's happened with all my relationships. I kind of always knew.
Right.
And he kind of just walked away, I kind of walked away, and it was just like this understanding. It was like, okay, cool. And the power that came under me after that separation like really happened. Not the fake separation, like when you really know it's over.
Right.
It was so powerful, and I knew my inner self was fighting for her. And I was very uneasy for a long period in that relationship towards the end.
Right.
And I'm just so grateful that I gave myself the chance to be free and explore this woman, because I was crying for help and I never allowed myself to be free and stayed in these entrapped relationships, and it was just like, who am I? It's a certain,
I saw that, right?
Yeah.
So I'm a very observant person, and you are someone who's always been on my radar, because I think you're just a dope person from the first time I met you. Special. And you know, I never knew anything about your personal life. And then I'm like, oh, okay, she's seeing somebody, right? So in my head, I'm like, yo, this motherfucker must be on some Mike Rashid shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be a champion holding it down, right? Mm-hmm. You know, and I saw you follow me. I followed him just out of love for you. And I was like observing. I was like, okay, I understand things without having any inside information. You know? I've been on this planet a long time, and I've lived 1,000 years. And, you know, I run models through my head. So, and what I say that a lot, like I lived 1,000 years. And what I mean by that is this. I'm a chess player and I'm a boxer, right? Mm-hmm. They're both the same sport, essentially, right? One, the stakes is just a little bit higher. And I've been doing these activities since I was a child. So in these activities, you have to think, you don't think about your next move. You think about, if I move here, what's his possible, what possibly can he do to take me? Yeah. Okay, I can sacrifice that, but it'll be a greater gain if I let him take this and didn't do that. Right. You think about 5-6 moves down the line. Mm-hmm. So I can't help it but to think about everything in a deep way.
No, it's important. I mean?
And I thought about your situation in every possible outcome. Yeah. And what I saw is like what has manifested, right? I saw that you might have been kind of afraid to really see what's out there in the world for you, right? Might have been afraid of your own power, you know what I mean? Because you're a powerful person. And so you're going to attract powerful people. Now, you're going to attract all kind of people, but the people that can sustain you, that you can learn from, is really powerful. Yeah. And that can be scary. Yeah. So, but I think that me observing, I was like, yo, she's going to realize that she needs more. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I wasn't wrong. Yeah, no, you touched a lot of points, really good ones. I feel like in most of my relationships, I felt very incomplete, or because I'm the kind of person I always want more. I'm never satisfied. I always want more. There's so much for me to do that the sky's the limit. That's unlimited, and I'm very grateful for that. Because if I didn't wake up every day with something to do, I don't know what's the point. And I'm excited about it. So I felt like I really didn't know myself because I was allowing them to take me from myself, which I wasn't strong enough. And when I finally got out, I realized I appreciated that so much more. I'm like, people are starting to ask me now, okay, so what do you like? Or like, who are you? Or how would you explain yourself? And this is the first time in life where I'm like, you know, I don't know. I don't really know yet. I'm like, this is my exploring time, because who I thought I was isn't really who I was.
I love that you said that.
It wasn't really me. So now I'm really starting to give that girl that stimulation and attention and nurture her so that I could find her, because this is the girl that's been crying out, and that's the girl I want to meet. That's when you said I may be scared of my power, I think I was afraid to meet this girl.
Right. So when we were supposed to shoot like a week or two ago, but you were asking me about books, right? Mm-hmm. And I said I want to give you one, right? The book that I want to give you is right here, right? But this is a version of it, right? And one of my favorite quotes out of this book, this is Tao Te Ching, for those watching, is written by Lao Tzu, right? Mm-hmm. And like 1,000 years ago, right? No, for real.
That's your favorite number, he was right.
So, but my favorite quote in this book is, "He who defines himself doesn't really know who he is," right? Mm-hmm. And that's so powerful, because I realized that when I went to college, right? Yeah. I thought I was smart. You know what I'm saying? And I took like world religions class, and I had this professor named Dr. Carter. Shout out to Dr. Carter. He really put me on a trajectory of ascension, like from then till now, and it hasn't stopped. But he checked me without me even trying him. But I was like, in my head, like, I'm gonna debate this motherfucker and tell him this. He was so profound with his intellect and his understanding of everything. Yeah. I didn't even try him.
It was unbeatable.
I was humbled. Good. And I, you know, I happily was subordinate to someone that was greater than me at that time. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I have the humility to accept that. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what you said is that, like, I don't know who I am.
Yeah, I don't.
People always try to like, oh, I'm this and that.
Yeah, yeah.
When people ask me in interviews like, who is Mike Rashid? I'm like,
Fuck.
You tell me.
We had an interview the other day or something. They're like, who's Qimmah or whatever. I was like, my name's Qimmah Russo, and this is what I do.
Yeah.
And it's like, it used to be this long list of like, I'm this, I'm that. I know who I am. I'm this big and I'm little. I haven't accomplished anything yet. And I was so confident in it.
This is what I tell people. It doesn't matter what I say. I'm who you say I am.
Right.
Because who I am to you, the impression I leave on you,
right,
versus the impression I leave on her, may
right,
be completely different.
Right.
So what you get from me is all that's important.
Yeah.
So I live my life, me personally, predicated on the fact that I'm going to die. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, is my main motivations is making sure my family, everybody I love, is straight. Mm-hmm. Right. So when I die, it's nothing. They know where my funeral is going to be at. They know whatever. They know who gets what account, so on and so forth. But outside of that, for everybody else, I try my best to leave a good impression on everybody that I meet, because today could be my last day. Mm-hmm. So that's how I walk through this planet, through this life, through this world. Yeah,
I mean, that's important. At least you want to leave a good impact with purpose. Another thing that you mentioned at the very end, I would need more, I'd want more. My mom had already been telling me, she'd been telling me. I'm actually it's very hard to satisfy me for a long period. I'm a Sagittarius. I get bored easily. I like spontaneity and fun things and exciting things. I like change. And I also went really hard in this relationship on purpose to really see what I could learn, which I learned a lot. And so I could see what kind of lover I can be. And does it matter? This was the biggest quote is, you can only meet someone where they've met themselves, right? That's the one?
Yeah.
That is so powerful and has become such a common phrase in my head lately, because no matter what I showed this boy or how I treated him, how I loved him, how I invested in him, he never saw it. He couldn't see it. And it was such a relief to get to that point where I accepted that it can't matter to me if he understands it or not. It only matters what I take from this relationship. Do I feel good about it? I feel good about it because I'm looking at the things that helped me grow in it and what I learned from them. But when I found that detachment of worrying about what he got from it and that closure and all that shit, I was free. I was like, yo, it doesn't matter because I know I was good to him.
You want to hear something crazy?
What?
So I was in a relationship and mine ended in March, right? And I'm hearing all of the complaints after the fact, right? I'm like, okay. And one of them was like, listen, I have a certain standard of how I live my life, and I work hard for it, right? So we was always in a privileged situation. She told somebody really close to us that now when I go out, I could just be me. I don't have to be the boss's girl. I'm like, huh?
What?
Excuse me? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, okay, table thought.
Oh, no.
That's cool. Nah, I already know what's going on.
Yeah, right.
I'm everywhere, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, that's fascinating because people will reject the things that they love.
It's so weird.
When it doesn't work out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like, my thing is this. I have no animosity towards nobody. We loved each other good. We had a dope situation, but there were some fundamental issues that we just never reconciled.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
This wasn't for us, but we have fun, right?
Right.
So it's like, I don't go around saying, oh, that shit was whack. No. I know this shit was fire. You know what I'm saying? So it's just very like disheartening when someone you have once loved will, show that disdain only because they don't have it anymore. It's like, it's okay. Yeah, but even during the relationship, it was like, oh, you don't do anything. It was a very common statement. So it was like, if you really don't think there's anything that I'm offering, which is the complete opposite of what I felt. It was so scary and unbelievable that it didn't even seem real that he was even saying that. So once I found that separation and felt like, you're great, Qimmah, you learned a lot. And you know what, maybe I don't want to date right now. I'm having fun. I feel so livid and alive and free and powerful. I feel that girl coming out. Right. And I love her. That's dope. That's dope. Yeah, it's been really great. So you're healing right now. Yeah, I am. It's a real healing. Yeah, that's important. So I want to shout out to one of my closest friends, Bahar. You met her.
Yeah.
So when me and her, we met, well, me and her, she was in a relationship, I was in a relationship. We all met and everything fell apart. Hers before mine, then mine. Then me and her was like this, right? And she would not let me do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I appreciate that shit because my standard operation was like, all right, fuck it, next. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't do that. And I found a lot of like healing in that.
Of her being more of like controlling, possessive over you?
No, of me not jumping into another situation.
Oh, as a
even,
friend.
Yeah,
Oh,
or
okay,
even
okay.
entertaining anybody in that capacity.
Oh,
you know
I've had friends around me right now to try to get me to stop too, because I was the same way. Relationship. Like, Qimmah, you don't need it right now.
Right.
Yeah.
So now it's like cool. I've been geared towards like marriage for a minute.
That's where I'm at.
But it's like shit ain't been right.
Yeah.
So now I'm like legitimately healed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, the next go round is a wrap. It's it.
And it's exciting.
Yeah, it's it.
It's like, what's this gonna feel like?
Yeah, you know. So and I'm doing. So tell me how you feel about this. I'm practical about relationships.
Right.
To me, love is not a practical reason to be with somebody.
Yes, correct.
Love is a decision.
Right.
For me, it's a decision. I could love anybody.
Right.
So I'm deciding on who, and I'll choose who I love based on very practical measures.
Right.
You know what I mean? So are you putting together metrics before you make a decision again?
Right. So just like you said, I was definitely a relationship girl, so I never really enjoyed the single life, never really had to even give myself a chance. So, you know, I remember certain relationships doing the list of like your do's and your negotiables and non-negotiables. And then when you start fighting, then you write down all the good and all the bad, and if the bad outweighs the good, all those different techniques, which I didn't even know. And so this time around, my focus and the things that I desire from a man are very different, way different. And the list is a lot shorter. I'm not putting as much emphasis on little things as much as I used to. Things I thought that mattered but didn't. But the main thing is just someone who understands me, that we're on the same level here, mentally, intellectually, and someone who's kind, and there's no rush. And that's the main thing, is kind. Men have really hard time being kind, I would have to say.
Really? Like, give me an example.
I think that there needs to be a better and bigger male mentor in the world for men, with a better lifestyle and a better, approach and better intellectual, just smarter, wiser, like more of a spirit. Not the person this rat race in LA, not a robot, like someone that can really feel and has really accomplished something and has the ability to show us how powerful they are through their craft, through art, whether they're an artist or whatever.
But I'm asking you an honest question. Are you ready for that though?
A great man, a good man?
Yeah.
Am I ready for a good man?
Are you ready for a man with discernment, to respect his discernment, his decision making, right? Because I'm gonna tell you what a real man does.
Right.
First of all, a real man is not gonna fucking bother you until he know he can take care of you fully. You too, like any woman, right? Look, my spiritual father, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, he said this a long time ago. He was giving a speech to young men, and he said something like, this shit hit me in my soul. Like, damn. He was like, you do not, and he got a powerful voice. He's very protective of our sisters. He said, you do not deserve the pleasures of a woman's breast if you can't take care of her. Who do you think you are? Right? And I was like, oh shit, he's right. You know what I'm saying? That put me in my place back then to where, look, you're out of my league, ma'am. You're out of my league. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And nobody saw me when I was down on money. Yeah. I'm hustling, working, overtime, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. My motivation has been always like, be the man, and what I grew up under the Nation of Islam, and we have a faction called the Nation of God's and Earth, 5% nation, right? And that's where I am. That's why you hear me saying peace God, peace earth. And this is our universal flag right there. The sun, moon, and star. The sun is the man, the black man. The moon is the black woman, the star is the child. And sun, moon, and star, that's a family. And the moon is a reflection of the sun. Like literally our moon reflects the light from the sun, right? So the sun has to be powerful enough to generate enough light for the moon, but also keep its planets in orbit. You know what I mean? All of our 8 planets are rotating and revolving around the sun. If anything's off, it's chaos, it's a wrap. So as a man, we have a very important role, because we have a great responsibility, because y'all women, y'all are the cornerstone of civilization. You feel me? So y'all raise kings, you raise gods. So we have to be able to give you energy and give you life, and give you a safe space to be able to be a good mother and be a good wife and flourish as a woman.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's a lot of responsibility for us
Yeah.
to be able to maintain y'all. We have to. But see, one problem that we have in this society is women don't realize their power. So you'll give yourself to men who either are not serious about shit, or men that just can't sustain you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I talked to a friend, a girl that I used to date kind of back in the day. We talked today, and I love her to death. That's my dog, but she had a baby. She's a dime, and she's dope. And the dude can't do shit for her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
let's say it's not planned. A woman should not lay down with a man who cannot take care of her. Because I don't care what birth control, condom, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
You can have a baby.
Yeah.
And that is serious. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
It should.
I think
yeah.
that there is a problem in our society, the fact that people are just having sex just to have
It's
sex.
just so crazy.
It shouldn't be like that.
It
you know what I mean?
shouldn't, because the value is, it's completely, because it's funny that you have
Part
that,
of it is y'all fault.
well, it's funny that you have that perspective, because me and Nikki, we were just at another guy's house and his perspective was completely different. It was, you were saying women forgot their power. Other men who see women differently are saying women are being too powerful and too independent, and they're not listening to us men, and
I don't know who that guy is. But
yeah, but isn't that funny that there's two different men that we heard that perspective from? It's two different ones.
This guy sounds like a weak man.
But it's about how you see women, how you respect women, your perspective of women versus.
Listen, when a man says, "Oh man, that bitch crazy," I'm like, "Shut the fuck up. You made her crazy."
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I've never been, me personally, I can say this for myself. I can say this for T, like people I know in my circle. I've never been in a situation when a woman is the dictator of the energy of the relationship. When a woman sets the temperature. If it's fucked up, it's my fault.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's not her fault.
Right.
That's not y'all nature to like run a man up or down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's on us. Like if we're doing weird shit and making y'all uncomfortable,
I
y'all
agree.
react in a certain way. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I know a lot of dudes ain't gonna like this shit.
A lot of
You know what I'm
men
saying?
do not say this, do they?
But it's real. It's
well, that's
real.
that's why when these conversations come up and they're saying what you're not saying, the opposite, I'm always like, there's no way with over 7 billion people in the world that there's no men that fit the ideal of what I want in a man. There's no way. If I exist, and I don't feel like I'm like a lot of my
But
girlfriends.
see, y'all have. But
It's
here's
like
the thing,
there's
though.
everyone's different. There's something.
Here's
It's gotta be.
another thing. Here's a caveat to that. Insecurity.
Oh yeah.
So I deal with
100%.
women. I got very short patience. I'm like, all right, that's cool. Because women will automatically think that I'm on all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Are you fucking all the girls?
Oh.
I'm like, I can show girls texts of me shutting shit down. Like, look, baby girl, that was fun what we had, but I already told you I'm not sleeping with anybody that I'm not gonna marry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So, but I understand, like, maybe some of us is fucking it up, but you can't carry your traumas into every situation.
Yeah.
You just can't.
Yeah.
You can't live in fear.
You just have to, and you have to be ready. And I'm just going to attract.
If you want great,
what I want.
if you want something great, here's the thing. I was talking about this the other day. I have some very incredible people in this room, and we have some. We expand consciousness with some of the things that we talk about, right? And one thing that me and my brother Jason Maiden was talking about was spells. Right. See, if you look in like folklore or whatever, they make first of all, magic and miracles, they're only magical or miraculous when people don't understand the process. But everything is normal. Magic is normal, miracles are normal, and casting a spell what is a word? It's a combination of letters to express something that's on the heart or the mind. You spell these words with letters.
Right.
A spell. If you walk in here today and I'm like, Qimmah, you look incredible today. You're glowing.
Thank you.
It makes you feel good.
Yeah, of course.
I just casted a spell on you, a positive spell, right? People can do negative spells too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
People put spells on themselves.
Yeah.
By like, man, niggas ain't shit.
Yeah,
niggas
yeah.
ain't shit. So any nigga that you encounter ain't shit. You're gonna attract niggas.
And that doesn't come with anything good.
Attract a God.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of people who are fully tapped into their God energy and that God frequency.
Yeah.
But a lot of you, I'm not saying you, but a lot of women, it's just a very negative perspective on it.
Yeah.
So listen, when you think negative shit, that's what you manifest.
Yeah, it's power.
When people are like, I don't want to be broke, I don't want to be poor, they're attracting broken poor.
Yeah, just talk about what you want.
You talk about what you want.
Yeah.
You don't just talk about what you want. You say, I'm going to get this.
Or you say you already have it. It's already there. It's waiting
coming.
for you. Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's different types of meditation, right? I'm big on meditation. This morning, nobody in the sauna, so I just got to meditate. Because usually we be in there talking and shit.
Yeah.
But, so I did 2 types. Mindfulness meditation is when you're clearing the mind. You're emptying your mind and you're being a receptor of the spiritual world, right? You get to really see what's real and it's not a projection in your mind.
Yeah.
But there is another type of meditation when you are projecting, and I did that. I usually never do that, but it's like literal like manifestations, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm telling the universe who I am and what I am getting and receiving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's a powerful hack, you know what I'm saying? And people got to really get into that. It's a superpower.
It's a superpower.
But with y'all, with women, ladies out there, just know that your God is coming. Your king is coming to put you on the throne as a queen. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's not like, don't be so negative like, man, these niggas ain't shit.
Well, it's also a really huge factor. What I learned even this last breakup was, when you can't really attract something when something's in the way, is blockage, the relationship. I would never have met her right here if I was still in it. So I had to get rid of the roadblocks. So you can't also just wish and manifest and hope for something to come if you have all these things around you that are holding you down or holding you back, and it's not going to get to you. It's literally like brave. A blockage. Yeah, it's scary.
You have to have a brave heart.
Yeah. I went through a lot during that time. I was going through different teams. By the way, I need assistance. I need help. I need a team. Anyone out there?
I'm gonna say this.
Because we're about to go to the moon right now.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you because you're a good friend of mine.
Yes.
I've been trying to help you for a long time, and I always told you, look, I don't even want nothing from you.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm stepping into somebody's life to help them, it's because I'm good at certain things and I got connections or whatever.
I appreciate it always.
I don't want anything from you. You know what I'm saying?
Fine.
But I feel like you were afraid.
No, I wasn't ready before. I'm ready. I'm right here. No, I'm ready. I just honestly, this whole thing is I wasn't ready. I wasn't able to see all the things that were coming my way or receive them because I had blockage and doubt and fear. So now I'm free. So let's fucking go. Cheers. Cheers. Let go and live life.
So listen, let me tell you a little bit about me, Miss Qimmah. My spiritual assignment is that of the Archangel Michael.
Right.
There's 4 archangels. The archangels are the highest order of the angelic realm. And Michael is in my DNA, right? My name is Michael, right? I have the word angel tatted across my stomach, angel wings on my chest, an angel on my back. My nickname as a kid was Angel, right? When I was about 9 years old, my mother's out working. I'm in my room. I was a scary kid, right? Because I thought a lot. And fear is a form of intelligence. And she's out gone at work, and I'm scared in my room, and I look outside my door. There, no bullshit. Maybe I didn't see it, maybe it was my imagination, but I thought I saw an angel's wing outside of my door.
Oh shit.
As if he was on post protecting me, right?
Like a big giant person,
Taller,
angel?
Yeah. So I've been in multiple situations in my life to where I should have died or got arrested or whatever, and I've been delivered as if I had a guardian angel.
You're protected.
Right? I'm a Muslim, but we had money when I was a kid, so we went to private school, and it happened to be a Catholic school, right? And at the school, I'm a kid, there was a statue. This is in New York. In New York, it's Gothic architecture in the churches, so it's scary to a kid. But in the church, there was a fucking statue of an angel stabbing this demon.
Oh shit.
I didn't like it because I was a kid.
Yeah,
like, why
scary.
is this in here? It was scary.
Yeah.
But that was Archangel Michael stabbing Satan, right?
Oh.
And I've been programmed with these visuals of angels all my life. My nonprofit is called Dirty Angels. You know what I'm saying? This is before
what does that mean?
Dirty Angels, like we get dirty doing angelic work. To tell you, we go to mad cities, Miami, Houston, Detroit, wherever. We go in Skid Row and we feed people. We don't donate money. I'm like, I don't fuck that. I go out there and I'm with my people.
Go get it.
So we do this. This is before I came into the reality of my spiritual assignment. Dirty angel this, army of angel that, angel this, angel that, right? Michael, his job, this is crazy. Now, I was incarcerated in 2014, right? I was a fugitive for 7 years. Nobody knew. You know what I'm saying? So Pete, I was in the worst jail because my crime was the worst of crimes that one can commit. So it was max security. It's the old county jail, the towers. It's bars. There's no bars in jail. That's like a movies.
It's not like the movies. I keep hearing that. What does it look like? You got a picture?
I'm gonna tell you. Hold on. No, I don't have a picture.
Like?
There's no phones allowed. But
okay.
Jails now is metal and glass doors. It's all electric. But this jail was bars. Like the guard at the end turns a wheel to open the door. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
It's dark. There's lights smaller than this, but like hanging on each tier. You have no sense of time, right? You're in there for 47 and a half hours at a time. So you come out 30 minutes every other day to use the phone and take a shower.
Wait. You come out 30 minutes every other day. So
Correct.
The days that you're not going, you're in that all
You're
day.
in a cell, a tiny cell.
You can't go to the bathroom?
Yeah, it's a bathroom in your cell.
Oh, okay.
A bathroom and a bunk.
So it's just a shower that you get every other day?
Every other day, and a phone, right?
Okay.
Now, I was out every day because I had money, so I'm giving people food, paying for shit, so I could have their phone time, right?
Yeah.
But nonetheless, when I went in there, you ever read the book of Revelations?
No. What, in high school?
All right,
Yeah.
all right, let me run it back.
Yeah.
Revelations is a wild fucking
We
story.
had to, yeah.
It's a part of the story called the Rapture. The Rapture talk about Michael, me. Michael's job, he has multiple jobs. One, he casted Satan out of heaven, right?
Right.
And fuck Satan up. So another thing he does is he throws people to hell. He also carries people to heaven. But the way that they describe hell, I literally experienced that. That's why I know heaven and hell is right here on this planet.
Yeah.
Heaven is based on our good decisions.
Yep.
Hell based on
And it's
bad
not the guy in the
decisions.
sky and the gate, and it's not the guy under the ground and fire.
Precisely. The way that they described it was literally that experience.
It's like an allegory.
It is an allegory. It's
Yeah.
exactly what it is. So anyway, I have so much experience as Michael. My name is Michael.
Yeah.
So if I'm coming into somebody's life,
You bring all that.
you got a person who's sturdy as fuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And even in the business world, this shit is war.
Right.
It's war. So, and I'm fortified. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I got you.
Yeah.
I don't want nothing from you. I'm not trying to manage you.
I know. I
don't need a
appreciate
percentage.
that. It's not even that. I had to get ready because it's like I'm not gonna have you come in when I'm not tight, because it's like it's gonna just take longer. We're not going anywhere. Where am I going? I'm not going anywhere. I mean, I might move to Miami. I'm just kidding. But I just got a house out here. I'm so excited.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm really excited. It goes back to.
So let's go to business shit.
Okay, wait.
Switch.
Let
Alright,
me make sure.
Come back.
There was something we didn't cover.
Oh, let's go.
You was talking about something, but you were talking.
But nah, basically, I'm giving you,
Yeah.
I'm giving you my resume.
Yeah, yeah.
My spiritual resume. My
You asked me
spiritual
something.
assignment.
Oh, was I ready for a man like that? So for me, just to say it quick, I'm still finding myself. I'm not settling for anything. That was the last straw with someone who didn't see my power and see me. So now I see me, and if you don't, then it's just there's no time. I'm not
It
wasting
ain't
time.
about just him seeing your power. You got to see his power.
Yeah,
You can't
no,
be
exactly.
with a boy.
Well, I can't even see them anymore. I can't
be
even.
with a boy.
You know when you're on such a high vibration.
She can't be with a boy.
I can't see you.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna be with a boy. Yeah, I'm not gonna be with a boy. I'm not looking to jump in anything. I don't think if I meet a powerful man that necessarily means, oh, I'm not ready. Like we could talk and if he's a powerful man, he's a good man, we're going to hang out as friends and we're going to grow together. And that relationship is going to come if it's meant to come. So it's not going to be rushed anyway. So there's nothing to fear. It's not even finding a man. It's if a good element entity comes into my life and we're able to just ride this wave and enjoy life together, whatever comes out of it is what comes out of it. So I am ready because I know I'm only going to receive the things in my life that I am ready for and prepared for.
I got something for you. We went out, me, you, and her. That was the second night. I want to give y'all like high fives.
What? Which night?
Y'all looked it so good.
We what?
Y'all looked it so good.
Which one? What did we wear? Oh my God.
You out on the see-through joint?
Ooh.
Yo, listen. I'm not one of those guys that complain when the girl's taking a long time. Run that shit. You know what I'm saying? My ex, she used to be like, babe, what should I wear? Even if I didn't feel like it, I'll go pick something out. Thank you for giving me that pop.
I love it. You know and we're still like, no, put that shit back. We'll go get it.
She would stress me the fuck. Like, nah, not that.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's just because she wants to evolve. It's fine, you know.
But I appreciate women getting fired, getting fly.
Yeah, that was the first time I ever heard that when you told me that. You're like, hey, it's all good. I was like 2 hours late. I'm just kidding.
I appreciate that shit.
He had no problem.
Listen, first of all, I already paid the time for that.
Yeah,
you know
right. Okay,
I'm
good.
not stupid. But that's
yeah. I mean,
kudos.
I'm trying to get better at it. It's good to be prompt and on time.
Take your time. What are you in a hurry for?
Yeah, because everything happens at the right, most perfect time. If I'm not supposed to be there and they stop me at the door, then we're going somewhere else.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and it's not gonna happen.
It's not gonna happen. I was in Miami the other day. Mm-hmm. It's a new spot in Brickell.
Ooh, I love Brickell.
And me and my
homegirl,
I don't even know what it's called. We was mobbing and shit. With the dinner day, we went to I didn't know what the spot was. Mm. We just walk up. Confidence gets you anywhere in any door. Yeah. And it's some invite only shit. But I was like, and they're like, come right in, sir. I like, that's what's up.
Scary, man.
That's just how it be. But anyway.
Yeah.
All right. So business wise, so you bought a house. You bought a home.
Yeah.
What are you doing business wise? All right. So let's talk about everything you got going on.
Oh my God, I'm gonna throw
because listen,
so many things.
There's a lot of people. Let me say this.
Okay.
As a business owner, I've like sponsored many athletes or influencers, and just because someone has a big following doesn't mean anything. Yeah. A lot of people can't sell a motherfucking thing. Right. You know what I'm saying? But you are a mogul in your own right in this space, right? You have a lot of influence on people. What is it that you're doing right now? What are the streams of income? You don't have to get specific about what you're making, but how are you making money right now? Because people really want to know. Okay,
so obviously been on Instagram forever since started. I've worked with just a bunch of different brands with Fashion Nova, Savage Fenty. I'm actually at a point right now where I want to separate from brands because I want to create my own products because I really think that's what my fans want, and they want mine. They want what's mine, you know? And so I've been working on some projects, some merch, some apparel. I have my workout programs. We're going to be dropping them in January, top of the month. And I also, this goes back to the situation, OnlyFans.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's talk about OnlyFans.
So OnlyFans. So I started OnlyFans like 3 years ago, something like that. And I was a little nervous because of the name that was attached to it and the connotation. It was like, it's porn, all this stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to post.
But you know, OnlyFans did not start out with anything to do with porn.
Yeah. No, I heard that. But somehow that's what it was at the point that I signed up.
The people that make the most money do porn, though.
Yeah. Well, not true.
No?
I'm going to tell you why.
Educate me.
So I jumped in there and I was like, okay, I'm not going to be naked. That was the first thing because I was scared at the time. And I was like, I don't know. So I was like, you know what? These girls are just posting lingerie. They're all bending over. Half these girls on Instagram are doing all this stuff for free. So I was like, well, I don't do that on my page already. And I'm sure my fans are like, well, Qimmah, like, if you got a piece of lingerie, we would love to see it. So I found all my hottest lingeries pieces and I started shooting content. And
don't give too much. Don't let them know.
I ran my page by myself.
I want people to come check it out.
Yeah, no, I have a surprise. I ran my page and I was still timid about it. I was like not really promoting on other social media. And then I saw the checks and I saw it rolling in. I was like, hold on.
Let me tell you something. So now, a good friend of mine, you know, Fozzie, Joey. Yeah. His wife makes $500,000 a month on OnlyFans.
These girls are making crazy money.
Right.
It's insane.
I saw it. I was like, let me not look at your wife. You know what I'm saying?
about it.
It was dope. It was dope.
It's dope.
I ain't gonna lie, it's hot.
Yeah.
Like I'm not into porn like that. But
Yeah.
that
No,
shit
but
was
listen,
fire.
this.
It's just fire.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing.
Okay.
I'm not mad at it, cause I thought about their situation, cause they're married, right?
Right.
I'm like, okay, she got a big following, but I'm like, I got a big following. Most people don't know who the fuck I am though.
Mm-hmm.
So I think about the people most likely that pay for OnlyFans is guys that don't get pussy. You know what I'm saying?
Guys that who?
Don't get pussy.
They do what?
They do not get pussy.
What about them?
Those are the people who subscribe to OnlyFans.
Got you.
This is what I think. I don't know. Cause
Who knows what's behind that?
I would never subscribe to OnlyFans because I get pussy. You know what I'm saying? If I want it. You feel me? So, and I think, and everybody I know is like, nah, I wouldn't do that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, but there is a lot of men, which it's an alarming statistic. Out of all available men, I'm gonna ask you a question. What do you think? Out of 100% of available women and 100% of available men, who has access to sex more?
Men or
Who's
women?
fucking more?
Doing the.
Who's fucking more?
Beep.
Single men, available men, available women. Who's doing the most fucking?
The guys.
False. That's what I thought.
Well, there's more women
That's
in the
what I
world, so
thought.
maybe women. The percentage is
There's
higher.
more women in the world, but hold on. Out of all available women, 80% of available women are having sex.
Well,
Out of all available men, 20% of men are having sex.
oh, that's true. I thought you meant it with different people. It could be based on rounds, like just having
talking
sex,
about
because we
just
can
straight
go
have
and guys
access.
can't go. So is that? Are we counting
that's
the?
not true. That's not true.
Are we counting that girls?
Let's talk
have
about. We
more?
get into that.
No,
but
okay, wait. Can I finish my OnlyFans?
Go for it. Go for it.
Okay, guys, listen. It's really important. So I'm single now. Okay, first of all, I'm single. I'm not afraid anymore. First of all, I ended up using OnlyFans once I saw it was coming in. My biggest.
What the checks look like? Let's talk about it.
Like my booty. No.
6-figure checks
Oh yeah, 6 figures, easy.
a month.
6 figures a month. And we'll keep it at that. But it got
I'm
me.
about to get on.
It got me a $2.9 million house. So I'm building, and I
How much is
geared.
the house?
It's what $2.9 million.
$9 million.
2.9.
Oh, okay. I was about to like, damn, I gotta step my shit up.
Yeah.
Got
But
a little $3 million.
I used OnlyFans to get a house. It wasn't to become something else or do, there was no ill intention. It was like, you know what, this is an outlet. I'm a hustler. I like to work. I only work. And that was something that was very different for me. I never did anything like that before, but I also felt like if I'm wearing lingerie and being, a girl, a woman, it's like, well, there's no harm to that. I'm not doing anything crazy. But as you do things, you start to get comfortable, and it's like, you know what, I've grown into such a woman. I have so much confidence now, more than I ever have. So I have some really fun things coming up from this new woman.
Pardon my interruption. The first time that I did a video about NAD3, I called it the fountain of youth. The reason why I'm talking about all of this, okay? And that reason is NAD3. And specifically NAD. NAD3 is a product, right? We call it the fountain of youth. And some people got their panties in a bunch. The problem with these people is they lack imagination and creativity. Now listen, the neocortex and the thalamus is where our imagination, creativity, and our consciousness resides. That's what makes us human. That's the most advanced region of the brain. Unfortunately, some people just don't access that region. They're stuck in the functions of the limbic system. The limbic system is considered the reptile brain. It's ancient, it's primitive, it's purely instinctual. Now, let's go back to my initial statement. I said that our product, NAD3, is the fountain of youth, and I stand by that product. I know it's bold, but it's true. Anything that the human mind can imagine is real, and it does come to fruition. These ideas and concepts get developed over time, produced, and then introduced to the world. Think about when the Wright brothers told people that they could fly. People laughed, they ridiculed them, ostracized them. Innovation is never well received in the beginning because people fear progress. People have a fixed mindset, so the idea of a thought that seems impossible becoming possible is just so hard for some people to fathom. But we have so many innovations that at some point they were impossible but are now normal in our everyday lives. I mean, check this out. Right now, you're looking at me through your phone. You're looking at a 2-dimensional version of me that appears to be 3-dimensional. You hear me and you see me like as if I'm standing right in front of you, but I'm not. I could be thousands of miles away from you.
And this is not even live. This was recorded a long time ago. This is pure magic to people 50 years ago, but it's normal now. We're literally living in the future. We have so much information at our disposal, so many resources we could use to innovate and create. And listen, we've created the fountain of youth. Now, I'm 45 years old. I've recently taken an epigenetic age test, and the results showed that my biological age is 29 years old. Now, I'm sure that some of that comes from me having fairly decent genetics, but most of it is a result of my training, my nutrition, and also this product that I use right here called NAD3. See that? I've been taking this for years, consistently. NAD is nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide. I know that's a tongue twister, but that's what NAD is. What it is a coenzyme that's essential to metabolism. Every living cell has it, but it decreases as we age. When you have low amounts in the body, it leads to our chromosomes becoming damaged by our telomeres shrinking. When telomeres shrink, we're more likely to develop cancers, disease, and overall fast track to death. So some of the things that decrease our NAD levels are aging, overeating, also eating processed foods, stress, smoking, alcohol, and pollution. There's many more, but those are the main things. But listen, I know it sounds bleak, but there's hope. Nah, it's more than hope. There's a solution. Now, a recent study from Stanford University cited that an adequate amount of NAD in the body extends the length of telomeres, and it literally reverses aging in cells in humans. You hear what I said? It literally reverses the aging cycle in our cells. When our cells age and die and get damaged, we die. This reverses the aging process in cells, which in turn reverses the aging process in us. Now, it's not drastic, but it's something. Training, 100%. Optimizing your nutrition, 100%. Meditation, 100%. But also taking NAD exogenously, that's the vibe right there. Now, there's two ways to do this. One is by IV, which is a very effective way. However, it's not really practical for most people. One, it takes a long time. It could take an hour up to 2 hours, depending on how fast you have the drip go into your arm. Now, the faster you have to go in, you're gonna feel nauseous, okay? So, outside of that, it also costs $1,000 every time you sit down to get it done. Like I said, not practical for most people. The second alternative is our alternative. It's our product, NAD3. You see, you can take it as a supplement every day. I've been taking it for years. My father has been taking it for years. If you could see, my father's 75 years old. He's still the picture of health. Speaks clear, talks clear, mind is sharp, and he's physically active. I blame a lot of that on NAD3, okay? Everyone in my family takes it. This is a manifestation of a thought that was in someone's head, an idea that sounded crazy, right? Research, development, refinement, bam, brought it to the market, and it's here, and it works, and it's powerful. Now, what you can do is click the link below. We've attached research papers, published studies, so you can see the effectiveness of NAD3. You don't have to take my word for it. I let the experts tell you themselves, all right? Much love, y'all. You know I do nothing but stand behind the best and put the best out. So keep rocking with your boy, and let's live long, fruitful lives. All right, we out of here. Peace. You started OnlyFans about 3 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. All right. I didn't like what you was doing. I didn't like the representation. Mm-hmm. But from my understanding, you've taken control of it.
Yes.
You're doing it all yourself.
Yes.
You're communicating with your fans.
Yes.
Let's talk about it.
So in the beginning,
don't tell me too much though. I want people to go tap in.
Okay.
So look, I'm tapped in.
Right.
I'm a subscriber.
Yes. Well, when I started, it was such a huge wave of people. There's no way I was going to be able to do it. And there was opportunities to have like management. So I tried that, and it just wasn't working for me. And I'm very independent. I like to do things myself. I like to be hands-on. So after that point, I took over, and that's why I put these glasses on, because I'm so tired. And I stay up late and I work, and it's OnlyFans is hard work. I will say this. The fact that you're doing it yourself now, yeah,
that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
I got to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't watch porn. I'll like make my own shit, or whoever I'm with,
It's a movie.
and watch that. But I tapped into you because I know you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, let me see.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay,
Don't tell her.
okay. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna
it's
say, I ain't
definitely
gonna say
a
nothing.
It's like my alter
I'm
ego
not
on
gonna
there.
say nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But that shit is fire. So
Thank
I can't
you.
imagine what you're gonna be doing on your own.
Yeah.
With no management.
Well, I had a really fun, wild birthday that I shot a lot of new stuff for the New Year drop. So we're gonna be coming in strong and
And then you
heavy.
had a girl with you, like.
Nikki, yeah. But you won't regret it.
Do you like
so
girls?
Come through. I love humans.
I fucks with that.
I
have a
love
theory.
beautiful. I love
I have
beautiful people. And first of all, beautiful women are the most beautiful things on the planet.
I agree.
Soft, beautiful, smell good, and actually
agree.
care and have feelings.
I agree.
And men are great too. But
I agree.
we all win if we're
I
all
agree.
good.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. You know, my last relationship was a polyamorous.
Polygamist.
I had 2 girlfriends.
Polygamy. Polygamistic.
We had a whole triangle of love. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying?
It's a
Yeah.
triangle.
It was fun though.
It's a circle.
And we didn't work out, but it had nothing to do with that.
yeah,
part.
yeah. Well, you have the
Nothing to do with that
experience, you
part.
know.
I
Are
got
you guys still
many-
friends?
I mean, we're cool.
Yeah,
There's no
cordial.
beef, but so when we broke up, we were still like fucking around, and I knew that it couldn't go further than sex. So I'm like, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
All right, so look, I'm gonna throw you an alley-oop, cause your page is fire. Like no bullshit.
Thank you.
Qimmah Russo free. QIMMAHRUSSO free. What the fire shit? Qimmah Russo VIP.
Hey, turn up.
I want this on the screen. QIMMAHRUSSO VIP. QIMMAHRUSSO VIP.
VIP,
And
baby.
y'all niggas quit acting like y'all don't look at OnlyFans and porn and shit.
Yeah. Let's
Nothing
have
wrong
some
with sex,
fun.
like-
Let's have some fun.
Now look, I prefer y'all to go there and handle your shit than to be trying to fuck girls that you're not going to be with. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got to fix the problem in society. But Qimmah,
Come satisfy your fantasies.
yo, this shit crazy. God. This shit crazy.
I've never seen before. Qimmah
I want to see yours too. I got a picture. I got a video. I ain't sent it to you.
With us too?
Of both of y'all walking.
Ooh, send it my way.
I don't want to send it to y'all. Y'all gonna heads gonna get like that.
Stop.
Nah, but anyway. All right, so you have OnlyFans going.
Yep.
OnlyFans is a minimum 6 figures a month. Easy
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
Easy money.
Easy.
I fucks with that.
Yeah.
So, what else do you have going on?
I'm working right now. Savage Fenty was actually a brand deal that I really wanted for a long time. Just because I went through a phase where, you know, I was always kind of sexy. I always was kind of
Kinda?
dressed sexy.
Kinda.
I don't know. I dressed kind of sexy, and people would say things. And when I was young, I would be like, "Oh, should I not be sexy? This is gonna take opportunities away." Blah blah. And so when I found myself, I was just like, "Yo, this is who I am. I want to be sexy." Sometimes I wear sweatsuits.
Listen,
You know what I
you
mean?
can't
Like, what does that
help
even
it.
mean?
You can't stop it. It's
Yeah.
Just, it is what it is.
Even when I'm wearing clothes, people were like, "Dude, that?" I'm like, I can't win. So I started to embrace it, and then I signed with my favorite lingerie company, Savage Fenty. Big shout out, Savage X Fenty.
Shout out to Rihanna.
Yeah, shout out to Rihanna and her beautiful
fucks
little
with Rihanna.
baby.
I fucks with Rihanna too.
Yeah, she's dope. But that's that. Then I also have Fashion Nova, which is worldwide. It's universal. I've been working with them for years, so long. So
I fucks with them too. I
Yeah.
really respect the business acumen for that
yeah,
business.
they're hustling.
See, I look at that side, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. And
Yeah.
I learn, I'm taking notes.
They're
I
huge.
fucks with it.
Yeah, and then outside of brands, I'm really trying to, you know, like I said, separate from brands and start my own.
Yeah.
Qimmah's World, which is the umbrella of everything that
So
I do.
I got a caveat for you. So at a certain point, I stopped taking brand deals personally, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, all right, if you're paying me $20 grand a month, what are you making off of me?
Right.
You feel me? So even this podcast, you'll see my own ads. in it
Right.
Because it's you know what I'm saying?
yeah, you're.
So people don't have the confidence to sell their own shit.
Yeah.
And I actually shout out to my homie Keenan Beasley. He's a fucking boss. That's my nigga. My network of associates and friends are all bosses. But he and I were talking about starting a brand today, and you came to mind first and foremost. on some boss shit though, not just like some, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're gonna talk off air.
Dope.
But I'm all about empowerment of influencers, athletes, so on and so forth, because I am that as well. I have multiple businesses, but I started out as an athlete, as an influencer. So I get it. I see it from both sides.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, and I have love for people who are influencers, and sometimes they don't know what they can make.
Their own power, like anything else.
So I'm here to show them.
Yeah,
you know
I love that.
So we're gonna talk. We're gonna have a meeting about this. It's gonna be easy for you.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, we're gonna create something really huge.
I love it. I love that aspect.
Really huge.
And what you mentioned earlier about you don't ask me for anything is I'm so in line with you as far as I don't compete with anyone. Your friends, guys, I want to see everyone win. Even in the last relationship, I wanted to help him build a business plan. All these, he wasn't ready to receive that. If you're my man, I'm on the same level as you. I know all about reciprocity, and it'll be given.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you all women out there. If you are, I gotta grab Emotep. This is all right, for those, everybody been seeing me holding Emotep in my videos. My camera, please. Everybody been seeing me holding Emotep, right? Emotep is the world's first documented genius, multidisciplinary genius, okay? Mathematics, alchemy, geometry, which is mathematics, the highest form of mathematics. I'm a little lit, but multiple disciplines of intelligence.
Love
Emotep is that guy.
Yep.
There's a person named Pythagoras, and there's a Pythagoras theorem.
Oh my God, I remember that.
Which is one of the highest form. It's like one of the most legit geometric formulations. But Pythagoras' theorem was created by this man right here, 1,000 years before Pythagoras was born.
Wow.
You feel me? So the Greeks, we live in a world, in America. America is the leader of this planet. We live off of a Roman Greco system. The Romans and Greeks, the well of wisdom in which they drank from was that of Kemet, which is what they call Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Which is the most melanated people who architected, when we look at the pi equation, Pythagoras quote unquote equation, every pyramid on this planet follows certain constants, which is a form of geometry and equations. It all comes from the land called Alcubellum, which we call Africa, right? And it's not a nationalistic thing. It's just a factual thing. You know what I mean? If it was Europe, I would say Europe. But it happened to be Alcubellum, which is what we now call Africa, which is not the original name. That's a Dutch name.
Yeah.
So we should know that. But anyway, I harness the power and the wisdom of Emotep, because he's a savage. He's a G.
He's savage.
And I put Isis over there close to you.
I love her.
Isis is the goddess.
The goddess.
You know what I mean?
She should be right here.
Right there. But anyway, so you bought a home, which is dope, right?
I'm building a home.
Building.
Yeah.
All right, so I have an investment group called Oasis.
Oasis.
And what we do is this. Shout out to my brothers Fahim, to Michael Amir, to Big Rue, to Keys. We have a whole group of very intelligent brothers with resources. We go to different communities. Chicago is the first place that we went to, and we have about $10 million in low income houses that we invested in, and we fixed them up.
Oh, nice.
We gave people a sense of pride in where they lived at.
Love that.
So it's like level D housing that we elevated to level B and
leveled
level
up.
A. And these people have just a sense of pride of where they live at, because typically gentrification, that word is reserved for Europeans. But no, we're gentrifying our own hoods now. We're not just bringing money to our hoods, we're bringing love. You feel me? And structure,
community,
and intellect, and wisdom.
Yeah.
And we're teaching people. We have young brothers who may not have a lot going on. We're teaching them a skill, contracting, construction, so on and so forth, giving them jobs.
Yeah, beautiful.
They're having ownership. They're having careers, this, that, and the third. We just did an event in Chicago this past Monday That was fucking dope.
Yeah, how did that
dope.
go? It was dope.
2,000
I saw
people.
the pics and
There
stories.
was 1,000 seats, 2,000 people showed up.
Yeah, proud of
It was
you.
so fucking dope.
That's
You know what I'm
exciting.
saying? Shout out to Chicago.
Shout out to Chicago. I haven't even been yet.
We're looking at properties in Miami right now, and Little Haiti, Overtown, Liberty City, Carroll City. So that's next. But we're gonna do this entire country. We're gentrifying our own neighborhoods. Gentrification is not a bad word. It's bad when people come in who are not from these places and don't give a fuck about the people. But when the people that are from these places come in, and this is the first that this has ever happened. This is leadership in action. You know what I'm saying? And we're bringing love. So it's dope what we're doing.
Yeah, I love that.
Revolt got behind it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other companies that's reaching out, knocking on our doors right now.
Yeah.
But this is something that I would love for you to be a part of.
Yeah.
Because one thing that, when we were doing our event in Chicago the other day, a sister stood up and she was like, I don't see no women up there on stage. What's up with that? We have women that's a part of our organization, but we need a Qimmah Russo.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we'll talk more about this off air.
Yeah.
But I would love
Because I want to know, like,
I would love to have you involved. You know
thank
what I
you.
mean?
Yeah, I'd love to know what you guys are gearing
You're
towards.
gonna make money, but that's not even important.
Yeah,
like,
no.
What's important is fixing up these communities and giving people a sense of pride. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And where they live at. And also employing young brothers and sisters who don't have that, like an articulated outlet on what to do, because college isn't for everybody.
Yeah.
And college, fuck college.
And then also, yeah, definitely. And then also, that's awesome. I think it's really cool that you do what you do, because I feel like you really do give back in a lot of elements. And I feel like unless someone knows you, like, I know you have haters. So I already know that, especially men that are competing with you at your level or feel like they
And
can.
here's the thing about brothers that's trying to compete with me, like, don't.
Yeah, don't. But I love that, because we just talked about your perspective about women versus another one. The majority is the other opinion. So the majority of people are going to be males, are going to be against you and what you stand for, because a lot of them can't face that or even come to amends with themselves that they understand it or accept it or appreciate it. So it's really cool that you speak that, and you have, you know, the back of your community, your culture, you have love. You know, you're not here just, like, you're not promoting bullshit. That's why I said the higher power, the you guys need a better a mentor, men in general.
Listen, I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm tapped into that God frequency and that God energy, like, no cap, right? And I just wrote, with the inspiration of my brothers, I wrote a declaration of freedom for the black man. When I say the black man is the origin of all civilization. So that's including everyone. My white, my Hispanic, my Polynesian, my Middle Eastern, my all Asian. Everybody should follow these tenets. And it's on my Instagram channel. And but I single out black men in the title because our leaders get killed, have been getting killed, or deplatformed, or with the filth of racism or anti-Semitism thrown upon us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we need to address all these things. And another thing that we're doing is we are now going against what we deem as anti-black. You feel me? And anti-black is anything that is anti the development and the growth of black people in this society. Because listen, what's good for black people is good for everybody. Right. You feel me? And it took me a while to really reconcile with this and accept this, but even our music, the majority of our music that was popular is anti-black. It's not okay. Yeah. It's rap music that I do love. Yeah, right, I love the poetic expression, but it is a driving force to the degeneration of our society, of the black community. Yeah. And it has to be stopped. We got to stop supporting it. So anything that's anti-black, we hopping on top of. Yeah. You feel me? Because listen, if the more the black man rises in this country, the more the higher this country rises. And it can't be disputed. Think about this. Now, black people are not the majority in this world. The majority on this planet is Asians, right? 45% of the entire population is Asian, right? But black people, look at the statistic. It's so weird that we're called minorities, right? It's fucking weird. White people, and I love my white people. I love my white people, right? But white people make up 9% of the entire world's population. 9%.
Is that true?
This is a fact. I'm not saying anything anecdotal. I'm not saying what I think.
Oh, wow.
I study these things.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Black people only in Africa, just Africa. I'm not talking about America. I'm not talking about South America, where the predominant people is black.
Right.
I'm not talking about India, East Asia, none of that. Just Africa, 17% of the world's population is black. Right there in only Africa, right? We're everywhere, right? So in America, there's no black people and anywhere in the world that's producing what we're producing here in America. We're 14% of the population here, right? It's not a lot, but we're exporting culture throughout the world.
Yeah, right. And music
we're
and movies.
but not just music,
business.
not just style, fashion, but even the black intellectuals. You know, we're exporting culture throughout the world.
Power.
Right here.
Yeah.
If black people were not here in America, nobody would want to be here.
Right.
You feel me?
Yeah, it gives
and
it some flavor.
This is no knock to anybody.
Yeah, yeah.
What I love about America is it's such a melting pot of cultures.
Diversity, yeah.
And I'm from New York, where you have the most pure Latino cultures, the pure Asian cultures, the pure Middle Eastern culture, everything. I love that shit.
Yeah,
you know
me
what I'm saying?
too.
That's America. But let's not get it twisted. A lot of Europeans during the time of colonization have genocided a lot of different people. It didn't happen with us. We still here. So think about Cinderella. Cinderella was treated like shit, but she ended up being the queen, supreme queen. You know what I'm saying? And black people in this country, we've been treated like fucking shit, and we didn't die off. We still here and more powerful. So what's good for black people is good for this nation.
Yeah.
What's good for black people is good for white people, good for Asians, good for natives, good for everybody. And people understand this. Excuse me. Pac said it, right? He had a poem called "The Rose That Grew from Concrete," and it talked about how the collective conscious of the people is covered with concrete, you can say, with bullshit, sex, drugs,
noise,
whatever.
Noise,
right?
Yeah.
But just like concrete on the earth, if you walk in, like, especially like a place like in the East Coast, like New York, it's a concrete jungle. You'll see a piece of grass that will crack through concrete.
Right, yeah.
That nature don't give a fuck. It will crack
It'll
through.
go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that is the power of black people here in this country. We've been stifled like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But we still crack through the cracks.
Yeah.
When, like, in my fitness journey, 2011 or 12, I had people from Muscle and Fitness. They came to me to do a photo shoot, right?
Yep.
They was like, these are white boys, and they was like, you're just different. You're like exotic. You know what I'm saying?
Chocolate.
These are white dudes. Shout out to them. But they were honest. They were like, you're not just a boring white guy with abs.
Yeah.
You're cool.
You're missing my shade.
And they're saying cool. They're saying these words, but they don't really know
depth.
They just see the power in these melanated people, and we are the mothers and fathers of civilization. It's just a fact. Like, I am a historian and a scientist by nature, spiritually. So these are just facts. We'll get into all of that later. But anyway. So Qimmah, you're killing it with the OnlyFans. You're killing it with the brands. I want you to stop taking brand deals.
Yeah. Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm already ahead of you.
So what else?
I agree.
What's on your horizon?
I'm building my foundation, my Qimmah's World. I've built this whole community, 2.6 million. I've had this vision of chemotherapy, and chemotherapy is therapy not just for fitness and the aesthetic and the physical exterior. It's internal. It's your lifestyle, it's how you feel every day. It's stimulating your mind. It's stimulation to your growth, intellectual growth. And so I really want to bring that message forward. I feel like the one thing that's been missing, like you've mentioned to me, is my voice and how I feel about things and how I perceive in my perspective, so that people can really see me as a whole and feel a little bit more connected to me. I have so much to say. I just have been gambling with just life and finding teams and, relationships, that now I've created a space where I can have balance and give more time and stimulate the growth of how I come out here, not come out,
No, I know what
how I
you're saying.
come out, just how I can now, because I didn't even really want to speak yet, also because I'm glad I didn't, because it's not me, and it would be cool to have the history, which we do have podcasts of how I used to talk and how I used to feel and how I used to think, so it's cool to see the evolution of that. But I'm ready now, and I have a lot of platforms coming out, building my site. I want to, I recreated my workout programs because I want it to be authentic and real based on now, but I'm also going to be bringing back into the equation the old training and the old coach, baby Qimmah, that was this little girl that trained all these big older famous people that are just killing it now. And I was the one trainer in LA, and I just get them in the gym. We have boot camps and 60 to 100 people, 5-year-old, 10-year-old, 40-year-old, 50-year-old. We'd be at Runyon Canyon, we'd have fun, we'd listen to music, we'd meditate after, we'd come together, and there was just so much camaraderie. And that was such a highlight for me. So I'm excited because I separated my workout audience from my main page, because I felt like I really want to target that audience, and I really want them to get what they want and what they need. So I'm really focused on that and separating myself, because I've accepted that I'm not a gym fitness supplement girl anymore. I'm not an athlete. It's not my, I was playing sports 8 years in a row. It's like I was in that. That was the cycle. So
Are you still with First Form?
No, I'm not with First Form anymore. And
But shout out to Andy. That's my homie.
yeah, Andy is the man.
guy.
He was so
Shout out to Andy
incredible.
Frisella. That's my fucking
He's
brother
the
right
fucking
there.
man. So
That's my
great.
brother.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every time I went out there, we went to his house finally, because he's got this crazy freaking mansion in St. Louis, and it was incrable. He's so kind
That's
and
one
welcoming.
of my close friends.
He's great.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it, because I see the synergy with that. But what were we talking about?
Yeah, think
Oh, shit.
Qimmah's World.
Oh,
I love the fact that you implement the therapy component.
Yeah,
to
it's
it.
so important.
I actually am a person that went to several therapists. You know what I mean, throughout the years.
Yeah.
My most recent therapist, it was actually the cheapest one. 'Cause I would find the most expensive Beverly Hills.
Yeah, thinking,
And this is what I found. This is just being honest. This woman, she was highly recommended. Shout out to Casey Neistat. He's one of the top YouTubers. He's my guy. It's my brother. But he recommended this woman, and she was really good. However, she was white, right? So culturally, she was trying to figure me out, and I understood that. I can peep it.
Based on what she could
So she's
know.
trying to understand me, and I'm
Right.
like, yo, this shit way too expensive to be figuring. this
Yeah,
out, you know what I'm saying?
right.
And then the sessions would be over, and I'm
And
like,
then I didn't even say.
I didn't even get my
release.
shit off.
Right.
And she's like, we'll pick this up next week. I'm like, I'm gonna be on some other. I'm gonna have another problem
Because
next
if it wasn't
week.
stimulated in that moment, heavily too, you wouldn't return.
Right. So
Right.
I ended up stopping with her, and I ended up going on the app. What the fuck is the name of the app? I can't think of the name. We'll put the name in here once I figure it out. But and it was the cheapest. Sometimes you put a lot of. I know I put a lot of value in things that are expensive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I just went ahead with this
But
app.
it's not always the case, right?
It's not
the
this
quality
app.
part.
It was therapy, and it was a sister.
Yeah.
I found another sister in person, but I didn't like going there. But this one, she was on point.
Oh,
she was on
good.
my ass.
That's dope.
And and it was Zoom. It was perfect for my busy schedule.
Yeah.
And she really fucking helped me.
She got in there.
She really helped me.
That's
Shout out to
good.
her. So
Oh shit.
so I've
Sorry,
done
guys.
that, and I've also done I've incorporated psychedelics in my therapy. I've done a heroic journey with LSD. I've done ketamine assisted therapy, right? These all of which have been very helpful to me.
Wow.
And I've LSD, psilocybin, Molly, which is MDMA. I think you got a little experience with that.
Yeah,
right?
I was telling you the other day, for my birthday, I was never into
Drugs.
drugs. I guess you call them.
And let me say this before you go into it.
Yeah.
People look at drugs as bad.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's true.
Music is, if you do the,
Could be
if
just
you do the
as
knowledge,
horrible.
music is a drug. But I won't even say horrible, right? It's horrible for weak people.
Right, right.
But so I never did anything, even drink alcohol till 2020. That's a fact. Now, way back in the day, I had alcohol here and there, but I stopped that was very short-lived, and I never touched anything until 2020. But before I did any drug, I did mad research on it. I'm like, this doesn't seem like what they say about it. And when I experienced it, it was nothing like the narratives.
Right.
Right? So anyway, MDMA was seemed like a favorite of yours.
Well,
tell me about that.
So yeah, I smoked weed. My drink is Tito's, but when I did the Molly, all I kept hearing was, all I know about like ecstasy and Molly is there's waves, and it's the best feeling in the world. And there was like, don't have sex on it, because when you get to that climax, then you never get back to that, all these different things.
It's not true though.
And you get dehydrated, and then you want to sit, and then you want to sit down, and then there's people who are wearing glasses. There's like this whole idea I'm creating in my head from all things I'm hearing, because I've never done it. So I experienced it on my birthday, and whoa, holy shit. I felt so invigorated. I was so like elevated. It was so crazy. It was like I loved everything. I felt love. I literally could help hug and love on myself. Anything near me. It was so great. And everyone said it was based on where you were and who you were with. So in the beginning of the night, when I had that thing, we were ending dinner, and I was like, oh my God, I need music. Like I wanted to jump out of my skin. I was like, get me out of here. But it was exciting. So we get in the Uber. I have my driver. He came and picked us up and put the music on. Then we get to Taco Place. I'm like, I need more. So my mom, she came with us on the ride for the night before my birthday.
Mom's a G.
She's the fucking greatest. I love her. And she's so beautiful, and she's so smart. And the love that she has, I've never witnessed in my life. And so she was there, and there's maybe a lot of trauma, or past stuff that hasn't come to the surface yet. So when we were in the Uber, the second really heavy wave, I cried so hard, hardest I've ever cried. And I was like, oh my God, you guys, I don't know what's happening.
How much did you take?
Only like half a pill. With me, when it comes to drugs, I'm very slow, because I'm like, I'm not trying to die. I'm like, we just go slow. Yeah, so it hit me hard. And then the third one, my photographer, Sham, best friend ever, he made some shit happen. He was like, I was like, what's going on? LA, what has happened? Nothing's going on at night. Nothing's late. It was a Friday? It was a Friday. It was a Thursday, actually, night. But no one was around. I was like, oh my God, you guys, I have to do something. It's barely after midnight. It's my birthday. Like, what the hell? And he finds a spot called, what is it called?
Nobody called me though.
What's it called?
Nobody called me.
What was it called? Members. And I've never heard of it. And we get in there. It was like the music I was just playing with Cassie on. And it was the best time of my life. I was like, after that day, I wasn't the same. And so that kind of drug was very different for me than like weed or drinking. Like it was life-changing. It was like spiritually awakening. I had an ego death. That was what we were calling it. I had an ego death. It was like I didn't care. Nothing could hit me. Nothing could hurt me. Nothing could touch me. Right. And I didn't care about things the way I used to. It was so great. I feel so light. Like I felt like I was floating. Like I'm floating in life. And it's so easy for me to feel detached from things. And I'm way more timid to attach to things, especially if there's any uncertainty or, whatever. And it was a great spiritual awakening for me. Molly, hello, I love you. That was great. I literally was like, I could do this every day. And I'm like, is this okay?
Nah. So here's the beautiful thing about Molly.
Yeah.
You can't do it every day.
Because you crash.
No, it's not that.
Oh.
If you do it the next day, you might feel
the tolerance.
it a little bit. The next day you feel it nothing at all.
You got to take more and more, and that's the addiction.
Molly is expensive to try to take every day.
Yeah.
Right? It's $20 for one little tablet.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is. You probably don't know that. You don't.
I didn't have to pay for it.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But you can't. If you try to do it overdo it, you're not gonna feel anything. You're gonna waste it.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing.
Okay, cool.
So now Molly is one of the 4 classic psychedelics. The classics are MDMA, which is Molly, LSD, which is lysergic acid, psilocybin, magic mushrooms, and ketamine. Right. I've done them all. Right. Extensively. I've done them in therapeutic doses. Therapeutic doses is a fucking lot.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
So it's all about setting your intentions.
Yeah.
Right, and your
the environment.
That matters. So I'm really glad that you had such a positive experience. That says a lot about who you are and where you are in life, right? Because there's really all of these compounds. What they do is they bind to your 2A serotonin receptors, right? And serotonin is the chemical that makes you happy. Yeah. So they all bind. Now, I'm going to tell you, the most formidable one, the best one, is lysergic acid, which is acid. LSD.
I haven't had that. It's the one thing I haven't had yet.
It's the best, right? Like
it was like this little piece of Jello and foil.
Yeah.
That's just so weird to me.
You can take it as a liquid or as a little blotted paper.
Yeah.
Right? I've done it all, right?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, I've had the most profound experience on LSD of anything. Like Molly, MDMA, it just makes me happy. It makes me have fun.
Yeah.
It don't give me the deep shit.
Yeah, right.
LSD, it can, like a certain amount you take is just euphoric, but you take a lot, you're having therapy. You're working shit out.
But you're not. It's not. There's no anxiety. You're not like, oh my god, I'm freaking out.
I've
It's
never
like
experienced that in my life. Right?
interesting.
So
That sounds great.
it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
If you ever want to do it, I would love to guide you.
Oh.
Because I can guide people. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like a legit medicine man. Like, I'm not even capping.
Medicine
like,
man.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing, I care about people. I don't want nobody around me to be uncomfortable.
Right.
So I would not ever suggest it if I couldn't properly guide you.
Right.
Right. I've done therapy. I've done it in a therapeutic setting, so I know the protocol.
Right.
You feel me? And I've done mad strong shit. You know what I'm saying? And I understand suggestive psychology, which is a tactic used in setting one's intentions, right? And this is what the shamans of old, or the medicine men of old, or the physicians of old would do. They would set your intentions first, you know what I'm saying? And they guide you properly. And I'm qualified to do that. So
I love
if
it.
you ever want to really go there,
Yeah.
I got you.
Thank you.
Straight
Yeah,
up,
I remember
straight up.
mushrooms was it's a trip. I had the worst experience with mushrooms 3 times,
Really?
so I
Really?
don't like mushrooms.
Really?
I had a lot of anxiety and I didn't feel any trips.
Where were you at?
I didn't go on any
what was
trips.
the situation? What was it?
One of them was at home. Another one was like at like a ping pong like game thing at the pool, and I just saw the leaves like moving, but I also still felt like anxious. It didn't feel like the
Who were
Molly.
you with?
No one good. No one good.
But that's literally.
That's probably why.
Literally,
So
that's
yeah.
part of it. So any
Yeah.
psychedelic that you take,
Yeah.
whatever the vibe is when it hits,
True.
it magnifies it. So
True.
even Molly can give you a bad experience.
That's
right?
true.
Anything can make you uncomfortable. Here's the beautiful
Yeah.
thing about it: none of them can hurt you physically. It's not a thing, right? You can do all the research in the world.
Well, isn't mushrooms fungus? Isn't it poison?
It's
not good for your gut.
rotten fungus, so it can
Yeah.
hurt your stomach. That's about it, though.
But that's one thing, and that's
But
not
if you
nothing.
take it in a chocolate or some kind of edible, you don't feel that. You know what I mean?
Well,
I've done it all.
Yeah.
So you didn't take it when we went out.
No, I didn't. He gave me the biggest chocolate bear. I was like, I'm
would
gonna
not-
die.
Kimmy, hear me out. I do not want you to be uncomfortable.
I know, but I've never had a good experience, so I'm even more timid than if it was my first time, you know?
But, all right, so this is what I want to do with you. Like, if you would allow me, I want to teach you how to do meditation, mindfulness meditation.
I mean, I'm very familiar and I've meditated before, so I wonder if it's the
But
same.
I want
or-
to teach you I want you to do it on a regular. You need to do
Yeah,
it
no, I do. I
every
used
day.
to, and I need
It's
to.
a superpower.
It is
Straight
important.
up.
It is. And I already have them,
So-
so I can only buy it.
And once you do that, all of these things are just like, all right,
What kind of things?
any of these psychedelics.
Oh, because
You know
you
what I
just
mean?
created yourself.
You understand it way better, and you're so mentally sound.
Stimulated that you're high.
You just sound. You get it. You understand it.
Yeah.
There's nothing can make me uncomfortable.
Right.
Straight up.
That's, yeah.
So, but anyway, you're a dope person.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You have so many levels to you that a lot of people just viewing you from social media, Instagram, they're not gonna see that. Just get that. I need you. We need you. The people. You listen. To whom much is given, much is expected.
Right.
Right. You have a lot of power. You have a lot of beautiful gifts. You need to share it with the world.
You're
With
right.
these women that look up to you.
Yeah.
You need to talk to them. You feel me?
Yeah, I do. You're right.
I don't know if you look at my content as of late, it's all talking.
Yeah, no, I love it. I told you that last night.
It's
So I
barely
love
any
this new.
workout shit.
Yeah.
Right? I got
It's
people
actually
already
shit that
finding
matters.
that shit.
Yeah.
So we already get it. You got to
Yeah.
work out. That's part of it. But we got to work this part out too. And you owe it to people. You do.
Yeah.
Because you have a lot.
Yeah.
And you owe it to give back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I really want to see that from you.
Yeah, I know. I really want to see it for myself. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm on it.
And don't be all critical. Like, I don't know. I shouldn't say it. Like, no. Just say what you say and post it. And,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think people really want to hear from you, man. Like, listen, when we went out,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, she's mad, way doper than what I thought. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like the first time?
Yeah.
With the white on?
Yeah, because we got to really chop it up.
Yeah,
You
it
know
was
what I'm
more
saying?
like low key, yeah.
Yeah, so.
It was cool though. It was really fun.
For real.
Yeah.
See, these are the things that are important. These are the things that make a person a giant, a spiritual, mental giant. You know what I'm saying? And you are that. You feel me? And like, so look, so when we went out that one night or the 2 nights, like mad girls that I'm just cool with, they was hating, right? I like, what's your problem? I don't know. She a baddie and shit, but what? I said she was the sweetest person, and the good vibes, all of that. And you know me, like, I'm a fucking grumpy dude, right? So I be talking shit, I was grumpy, and you was super positive. I'm like, I appreciate that.
Thank
and
you.
you was telling me like, yo, be nice.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're right.
Yeah, it's good.
I fucks with
Sprinkle
that.
a little
I
positive.
fucks with that so tough. You know what I'm saying?
I do
so,
too.
One thing my ex, whenever I'm dealing with a woman now, I tell him this. I say, look, I come from a very volatile place, right? I'm the most formidable in war, combat, whatever, right? So that's a certain level of comfort with me. One time me and my ex was out and I flashed on somebody. I don't know what the situation was, but I flashed, right? And when we dipping out, she was like, I love how evil you are.
How what?
How evil I
Oh,
am.
yeah.
And I love that shit. I'm like, because that's a easy thing for me to do. It's a default setting of mine, but it's not good.
I know.
So
I talked to you about it.
when she told me, I was like, that's right, motherfucking right. Shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But that's not good for me. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So anytime I deal with somebody, a woman, I'll be like, yo, if you see me kind of be like, that's not cool.
Yeah.
And we didn't even have that conversation. You was already like, yo,
Well, this
be
is
nice.
the thing.
Be nice.
You remember you were talking about Michael? Your Michael? You have
Yeah.
all the... So, Qimmah. Have you met a Qimmah? Have you met a...
I have not.
So
You don't
Qimmah,
know.
which is great that there's a pyramid here, because Qimmah means the highest point, the pinnacle, the highest point of anything. That's the highest point. And usually they refer to it to like a pyramid. And I have to obviously live up to that.
Right.
But there's so much power in this body, and this is the first time I'm allowing myself to see it. So it'll be exciting to see.
You know what else I like about you?
Meet her. What?
People say you shouldn't judge. Like, fuck that. I judge. Everybody judges. You have to judge. You have to have discernment of the people that's in your life.
Yeah. To have it, you have to have an opinion about something.
And one thing that I really fuck with you is your homie right here.
Hey, Nick.
She was mad dope. Like,
She is dope.
We were talking. I'm like,
She's so dope.
tapped in.
Yeah. It's
And
so easy.
Here's the thing. Everybody's
so
tapped in. People be like, Mike, you're tapped into the soul. I'm like, yo, so are you. You just don't realize it.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
She's correct. And we all have a certain level. So like what my teaching with the Nation of Gods and Earths, we have a breakdown of 5%, 10%, and 85%. The 85% is the general public, the dumb, deaf, and blind.
Yeah.
People that they just need to be guided. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you have 10% who are the wicked. They are of knowledge, but they use it to benefit off of people.
Yeah.
Then you have the 5%, which we are, which is the poor righteous teachers. You know what I'm saying? We're not financially poor, you know what I mean? But we're poor in the sense that we don't have society boosting us up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because society don't like people that empower the
Right.
masses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The Buddhists have the same breakdown. You feel me? The Buddhists believe that majority of people, I think it's 85% of people, are all on the same level of consciousness.
Right.
They don't believe in death. They believe in sleep, right? So once we pass this physical shell right here, they believe most people sleep, right?
Silence.
And then the amount of sleep is based on the good deeds in their lives. So if you drop, it's called nirvana. If you drop a pebble in the water, this is how they break it down. The amount of good deeds that they've encountered, that they've done, that's how big the rock is that you drop in the water, and the ripples go out and it comes back. However long it takes, that's how long they sleep. And while they're sleeping, they're dealing with the things that they love the most in life. It could be family, it could be music, whatever it is that they fuck with.
Right.
And then you have the punishment, people that were mostly bad, that's how big their rock is. They don't really experience anything bad, they just sleep, it's nothing. And everybody comes back at the level of consciousness that they went to sleep on to elevate to the next level, right? And then they believe in their 10%, they call them magicians. These are the evil, the wicked that know what's up but manipulate. And then a smaller percentage that elevate to another form of existence. And for them, it's a star. It's like a sun, which is interesting because suns are very biological. They have a lifeline like we do.
Suns?
A sun, a star.
sun. Okay,
it's just
gotcha.
a lot longer.
Yeah.
But they start out small and weak. They grow big, powerful, violent. And then as they get older, they get smaller and not weaker, more dense. Like an old person is wise. they're small, but they got fucking wisdom.
Experience.
And then when they die, the star explode, and how a new star is born is the explosion of that star and the explosion of another star. It mixes together, and it's like intimacy.
Yeah.
It's like sex.
Yeah.
And then a new star is born.
Yeah.
So a sun
Power.
has a biological life no different than human beings, which is fascinating.
Yeah.
So, and listen, we are stars. We are of stardust, literally. You know what I'm saying? Which is fascinating. So,
yeah, and I think another thing I kept hearing this phase of my life is where none of this stuff matters. That's what I keep hearing. None of this matters, and it keeps getting me to tap back into young Qimmah, and it's like everything mattered when you were young. When you didn't know, you weren't wise. You weren't intellectually stimulated by the right things. You were around other babies that were just as dumb. And so when I keep hearing that, I'm like, yeah, less does matter. Way less does matter. I could feel it. Less is more. And I found so many, like for my birthday, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a huge party. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And that's what Qimmah Russo would normally do. And I didn't. And my girl Nikki came back in town because we literally were like, we're best friends forever from one-time meeting. It was so easy, and she's been living with me, not living with me, but staying with me. I told her she'd live with me, but we'll see.
Hawaii, right?
Yeah, but and then Sham, I've known him for years. He's my photographer, and he and her, we just mobbed out. We just randomly was like, let's just go to a little dinner. I went with my family. You do the family dinner, and then you do the friends one. Yeah. So I was like, I'm gonna throw a party, have a big dinner, and it was just so much, and I have so much going on. I'm trying to launch all these things. So I was like, forget it. I'm gonna allow the universe to take me where I'm supposed to go. So we went to the dinner the first night, and they came with me for my family because we're all family. And so that night was Thursday night. My birthday was that Friday, but at midnight Thursday, we wanted to be up. And it was so incredible. Obviously, there was Molly involved, but I don't know if it would have been that incredible, but it was the best time of my freaking life, and it was supposed to happen.
Did everybody do it?
Yeah. And I glad, because it was like, you rolling low, and I was like, so is that a thing? I was like, who's rolling? Who's not rolling? And so less is more. I was such a small knit group, but with so much quality, and we all have like the same like mental, we think the same, we feel the same, very similar perspectives, and we all have our differences, but we're all very open to listening to each other's differences, and we're all able to get laughed at. Like I could be the one laughed at, she could, he could, we don't get mad, great sense of humor, it's fun, it's not about anything else. It's like, if I wake up every day and I'm stimulated from 9 a.m. till 12 a.m., it's like, when you're in your car driving the freeway and you're just driving and everyone's driving, and it's like the only thing that is your car. You have no way to tap into anyone else's car. It's so weird. It's like there's a million other experiences happening right here, and we're all just driving. Where are we going? We're just going, And so just the whole aspect of a human, and just our eyeballs. This thing is so out of this world of an anomaly of how, and for us to tarnish it and waste it, and to not hold it at such a high value.
How does one tarnish and waste it?
Allowing things around you to tear you down and break you, and allowing, outside, I don't know what, but just allowing the things outside of you to. But I also think it's important. The people that find themselves, I feel like they were born and they grew up trying to be better. They want to find the answers so that they can be better. Some people don't care. Some people may not have had the upbringing that their parents were stimulating them with these ideas that they should be this and that this will be better. Maybe they were taught some other way. But I wasn't. My family wasn't perfect. I chose this path. Maybe my brother chose slightly different path, and that's based on not only we had the same experiences, but what he took from those experiences versus what I took. So you have to be a person that's willing and wants to be great, that wants to be that person, search for it, and maybe it won't be given to you like, here's the book and all the answers, but it may be through your experiences, and really focusing on, I really want to stimulate and put a lot of positive energy and intentions to this experience because I want this and I need this for my growth. So when you open your mind to being open to getting that stimulation growth, those are the people that rise. And it takes a certain person to do that. I seriously feel like I was born with a superpower. My mom called me Qimmah. It's the highest point, the pinnacle. It's the most powerful thing. So if I'm not living that, what the hell? So, I listen more, I'm patient more, I understand more, and that's been great. And I've allowed myself to put myself in positions that are scary more, that I don't know, that are unfamiliar. Like shit, I'm about to be around people that know more and do more, and I'm in there. Just there's a little difference.
Once you get in there,
it's
you
not that scary.
Good.
Yeah, it's just like, yo, why do we do this to ourselves? We stop everything in our lives just by ourselves.
Right.
So.
I tell you what, man. Qimmah, like you're dope. I fucks with you. You fam. You squad. You know what I mean?
Thank you.
We gotta run this back.
Yeah, we do. We'll talk all day. I don't think they know.
But I just want to give you your flowers.
Thank you.
Know what I mean?
Appreciate
I love what you're doing. I fucks with you tough.
Yes.
I'm your biggest fan.
Ah.
You know what I'm saying? I love that you got like solid people in your life.
Yeah.
Like that made me feel real good.
Yeah.
Like, for real.
I'm sure everyone
was riding. I don't know where we was going, but me and her was talking. I was like.
Yeah. Oh, when we were talking about the books and the. Yeah. You got, but I attract. Well, you attract good. I attract good.
So let me say something about that before we close out. It's a reason for that, right?
Right.
So, human beings, we are electromagnetic beings.
Right.
And I don't say anything just
say
it sounds cool.
Cool.
Like I've researched this stuff, right? So we are comprised of trillions of cells, right? Our cells have a membrane around it, and it also has an electromagnetic field. Right? Just like the earth has an electromagnetic field, all animals operate with that.
Right.
Theirs is way more tapped in because they don't have the distractions that we have, right? But when our electromagnetic field is powered by the speed and rate in which our cells are vibrating. Our cells vibrate by working out, engaging in intellectual discord, meditation, sauna, like things that are difficult, right? That makes our cells vibrate hard, right? The harder our cells are vibrating, the stronger our magnetic attraction is, but also our repulsion is, because a magnet not just attracts, but it repels as well, right? Now, it repels things that are not good for you and things you don't want. It attracts things that are good for you and that you desire, right? So the people that come into your life is for a reason. When you have weird situations and weird people come into your life, you're not vibrating properly. You know what I'm saying? You need to get on your ding, your shit, right? So that's why. So that shit is real. Like everything is real. Remember what I said. Magic and miracles are only magical and miraculous when we don't understand the process. But everything is normal. Everything is normal. All of the things of old, folklore, fairy tales, whatever the fuck, it's all real. You know what I mean?
Because if you can think it's possible, if people can create it and have this visual of it.
The mind is real.
Yeah.
The mind, listen, our thoughts are physical, tangible things.
Yeah.
They can put nodes on our brains and see, oh, this thought came from over here.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It can be measured.
Yeah.
A word is a manifestation of a thought.
Right.
Right? It has a vibration.
Right.
Once again, Qimmah, you look fucking incredible.
Ooh.
You're killing. You a boss. You're so intelligent. You're so beautiful. That's a spell. I'm casting a spell.
I'm like,
you feel me? It makes you smile. It makes you feel good. And that's a good thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
People cast good spells. They cast bad spells.
Yeah.
You only stay around the people that cast good spells.
And
you only put good spells on yourself and good spells on other people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
And the answers are in two places. You only learn from, like, if I'm dating really bad guys and I'm at this last one, I'm like, God, I really want to be strong enough to get out. I need to get out, but am I going to be okay? And that fifth one, you get out and you realize you got on the other side and you saw yourself do it and you saw yourself overcome it and not die and not fucking kill yourself or whatever you think is going to happen because it's so scary. It's so necessary to see yourself overcome obstacles. So it's not just, the fear is such a blockage because you can't even, if you can't touch it, you can't see it, it's scary, it keeps you away. So it's really important to pay attention to seeing and giving yourself flowers when you do good things, when you do things you didn't think were possible, when you do things that other people thought were impossible for you to do. That's superpower. You're gaining it regardless if you're able to see yourself, not, oh, well, it wasn't good enough still, and you're still talking about whatever. And then the second thing is, if, say, me and you met for the first time, we had a conversation that changed my life. Now I go home and I'm a completely different person, or I think different now. That's another thing that I think is important for people to pay attention to, because whether or not I knew that would be something I needed to hear or not. It was something that my body, I didn't intend to listen and take it in, but my body did. So now I'm listening to myself and my intuition. That was another problem that I had with relationships. I didn't listen to myself, and it took too fucking long for me to get out and be like, yo, you're worth more. What is this? What is this? And every time I get out, I'm like, what is this? What was I doing? And it's listening to yourself. It's gonna tell you regardless. When you feel it, when you see it, and seeing yourself, do it. You were 200 pounds, now you're 150 pounds. You fucking did it. It's a superpower. Take that power from that and use it in every aspect of your life.
Yo, you got superpowers. You got superpowers, and you got super powerful people in your life.
It's important.
Your friends, your parents, your brother.
Yeah.
You got a blessed situation.
I'm very grateful.
You know what I'm
I feel it is here now. It has arrived. I have arrived.
So embrace it.
I am.
Sometimes just be quiet and just take it in.
Yeah.
And just and just let those seeds plant and grow into beautiful things.
Yeah.
You know
I'm glad me and you got to experience this level of where we're at together.
And this is just the beginning.
I know. I get 2023 come through.
Yeah,
I'm ready for you.
So now, I'm a very patient person. Seeds have been planted.
Yeah.
I know what happens when seeds are planted. I know these things. They grow. They blossom into beautiful things. But
Jinx, you owe me a birthday gift. Where's my birthday gift? Jinx, you owe me a birthday gift. He didn't give me a birthday gift.
All right.
He was like, you're not my girl. I was like, oh, so I'm not your friend? You don't give your friend gifts? Do you guys think he should give me?
I got like one mode. That's why I'm.
But even like a. Okay, no, not a card.
You don't want a card.
Let me not under.
I got you.
Yeah.
You got plans this weekend?
This weekend? What day is it? Wednesday? Christmas. Oh, it's Christmas. Well, it's Christmas Eve on Sunday.
Christmas is Sunday.
Well, I'll let you know. Yeah, because I know Mom wants to cook and stuff.
All right. I got a gift. I'm going to get her a gift. Some fly shit.
Yes.
But you got sometime this weekend. We'll work it out.
Okay, cool. Right. Wait. Pinky promise. Ow, your ring. Oh my God.
Sorry.
What is that? Let me see. That thing is enormous. Put it on, it won't come off. You need soap. Oh, whoa. It was like, pop.
Let's see how I look on you. You were a thumb.
Oh.
There's no thumb.
Well, I was trying to put on a finger, my fattest finger.
Put 2 fingers in that motherfucker. Yeah. You know why I wear that big ass ring?
Why?
I put it on the knuckles of people I don't like.
Ooh, it's got bullets. It's like got edges on it. Yeah. So there's people's scaly skin meat in this. Just sitting in there like, that's Eduardo, that's Kevin.
There's not too many people I don't like, you know what I mean? But just in case, feel like.
I think make sure you sanitize it because it's COVID season. Just kidding. Right in his mouth.
I'm impervious to COVID.
You know, I've never punched. Well, yeah, I guess I did punch one person in the face, but
no fighting.
No fighting. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. That's why one person.
But anyway, thank you for coming on, Qimmah.
Thank you.
We gotta run this back.
Yeah, we do.
Run this back. But let everybody know where to find you at. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
Just for those who are a little bit slow.
Yeah. You guys, thank you for watching. That was so fun. I'm glad we were able to connect again and again. But you can find me at Qimmah Russo, QIMMAH RUSSO, on Instagram, on Snapchat. Same on Snapchat. You got the OnlyFans. We'll put it on the screen, so make sure you come and check it out. It's a new year, new you, new me. Let's fucking go. And let's have some fun. Don't forget the things that we talked about that are really gonna matter in your life right now. I'm grown now. And I'm ready
Grown-ass woman right
here. I'm ready to take on whatever comes my way because I'm ready for it, and I know that I'm going to be prepared. I'm in a very positive space, just like Mike, and that's why we are where we're at. And that's why we're able to attract each other, so now we can elevate even more because he's going to teach me stuff I don't know. I'll probably teach him stuff he didn't know. He's a male, I'm a female. There's so many differences, so we're here put on this earth to learn from each other and grow together. So if you do have those opportunities, don't shut them out. Don't shut your life down and stop your life from being the best it can be just because you're afraid. Because it's like, how many things have you overcome that was scary and you did it? It's like, it's not as scary as you think. Mind over matter. Control your mental. Meditate more. I'm gonna meditate more. Get more in control of my thoughts.
Quit being
slow
little
things down.
Stop being little
Don't
bitches
be the B word. It's like, we'll be. I'm just kidding. No, I'm not one either. That word shouldn't even exist. But and a girl like me needs a strong man, so you better get to the books, boy. And be kind, gentlemen. Be kind. kind to you women, because it only will serve you in the end. So I love you guys.
Be up out of here.
Bye.
Peace.
Cheers for the last part.
I want to hear about this.